Do you believe gi helps your no-gi game and MMA?
Yeah, definitely help one another.
I truly believe the gi does help your no-gi game and your MMA game. It's not gonna hurt.
The better you are on the gi, it's only gonna help your no-gi game. It's only gonna help your MMA game.
So it will make you better technically. No gi does not really help you with the gi, but gi does definitely help with the gi. Because, I mean, it's a simple way to understand that no gi is slippery, right? So the slippery factor, you cannot remove it. So it makes it less technical, because you can pull yourself out of situations just because it's slippery. And with the gi, you cannot, because he's physically holding your gi. You cannot pull, you have to maneuver technically your way around that, like a simple arm lock. No gi, sometimes you pull, the arm comes out. With the gi, it will never happen. I mean, it's, sometimes the elbow goes in, but in a much less gi. It's not slippery.
I think it's the attention to the details, it's the monotony of it. It's just like, if you can get out of an armbar in gi, getting out of an armbar in no gi is cake. It's a lot easier, in my estimation, in my opinion.
So with the gi, you inevitably you develop a better technique than no gi, because it's not slippery. You need to understand the movement a lot more. You need to technically move your body, a way out of it.
Okay, so my hip was up and around, and I hook behind his back. Here.
Yeah, I think it does. I think it does. We were having this discussion the other day. Most, if not all of the best guys, no-gi also do train in the gi, or at the very least, came up in the gi. So out of the guys that 180cc, I think every single one of them started in the gi and got to the black belt level in the gi before transitioning primarily to no gi. I do think it helps. I think it slows things down. I think if you come straight into no gi, you can get away with a lot of athleticism and a lot of slipperiness. And I think if you start off in the gi, you're more likely to focus on technique and slowing the game down, and it can help you learn a little bit faster because you're not able to use athleticism.
Alright guys, I just want to quickly let you all know about my new Patreon and YouTube membership pages. On both pages you will find lots of unseen technique videos, breakdowns, documentaries, and some really cool behind the scenes rolling footage. Also, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.
I think it does. I think that training makes you better no matter what, and being able to adapt. Just because you put a gi on doesn't make you a bad grappler. Put a world champion, it's jiu-jitsu at the end of the day. And I feel like being able to adapt and play between the two is really important. I feel like it helps you out. I think no gi helps your gi because everything you can do no gi, you can also do gi.
Yeah, I think they're different. I think in a sense they complement one another, because what the gi helped me with no gi is my ability to move and defend, because if you move with the gi, without the gi is easier. The no gi gave me my ability to be more precise because of my game. I'm a pressure game, I have to be on top and put pressure. And sometimes with the gi, you can hold the gi and put more pressure and be more precise in a sense because you have the levers, right? So no gi, I think no gi gave me more of that ability to weigh distribution and be more precise, and also when someone takes your back or something, you're slippery, everything just goes in it. So again, gives you ability to defend a little more. But like I said, I think one complements the other if you know how to do it. Even my gi game is not so dependable on grip. I think the no-gi made me more precise. Like my positioning was more accurate. So when sometimes I would go train no-gi, I'd be like, oh man, I wish I had a gi right there, because I'm right there, but I don't have the gi, And then, boom, 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 let alone, boom, I'm there. And then, oh, okay, then when I put the gi on, oh, okay, my position is better. Now I can just adjust to the gi stuff, you know? And I think that's all. I think one goes with another. I prefer gi because you can rest more, you know, you can stop the game, and there's always something happen. Without the gi, if you get all slippery and jelly, nothing happens. It's just a bunch of slippery things. And then it's a lot of like holding and neck. You know, I try to avoid that. But when it talks to DCC, it's a different ball game. I love it.
Of course, you know, a couple weeks prior to a fight, you don't want to train with the gi on, because then you have to simulate the reality of what's going to happen when you fight. So you take it off. But if it's not close to a fight, you want to develop your technical level, then training with the gi.
But with that being said, once you get to a certain point where you're training, let's say for ADCC, you're in training camp for ADCC, I don't think you should be doing any training in the gi when you're in training camp for ADCC. But with that being said, you're out of training camp. If you want to go and spend a month or 6 weeks and do a training camp for the gi, for a gi tournament, I don't think that ultimately is going to hurt your no-gi overall.
So I do believe Jiu-Jitsu with the gi helps you for understanding positions, situationals, think about solutions, controlling what I can adjust here and there, and then improving your no-gi 100%.
I don't think you're wasting your time doing gi jiu-jitsu. I mean, you're developing your forearm, you're developing your grip.
Not only just from the strength and stuff, but if someone's having a tough time passing your guard in the gi, then they're probably not going to be able to pass your guard in the no-gi. And there's a reason you see most of the ADCC champions. They're all very proficient in the gi also. And if you go with someone in MMA and you're grappling with them, or even no-gi and you're grappling with them, and they're a black belt world champion in the gi, you feel their grip strength is a completely different grip strength than most. So in my opinion, you look at all the GOATs, my professor Tanquinho, he won ADCC, he won no-gi world championships in IBJJF, he won gi championships in IBJJF, and he completely agrees that he thinks gi does improve your game. And not only just that, improving your game, but just improving your mind and stuff. Those 10-minute rounds with advantages, with those long rounds like that, just being smart and being able to be in the moment for so long. I personally think the gi would help improve your game a little bit.
I don't think it's not so much like the actual gi itself, it's more so like the rule set of the IBJJF, specifically in the gi, which is really beneficial. Having your students train in the gi, what it's going to do is it's going to encourage them to develop those positional skills, which maybe they otherwise would neglect if they were only doing like sub only, or even just no gi, because I think no gi with the heel hooks, it's easier to just you can really rely on that skill set to win. Whereas in the gi, I think that's a lot more difficult.
Alright guys, I just want to quickly let you all know about my new Patreon and YouTube membership pages. If you can't see the join option for my YouTube membership, it's because you can only access it on the desktop version, or you can click on the links on the description below. On both pages you will find lots of unseen technique videos, breakdowns, documentaries, and some really cool behind the scenes rolling footage. I've spent the last 10 years making these short films and documentaries, and a lot of the footage just doesn't make the final cut or get used at all. So I thought it would be a really cool idea to upload all of this unseen footage onto my YouTube and membership pages. Also, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.